Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Coco Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make crocheted eyeballs for Halloween. You can use them for decoration, make them into earrings, necklace, hairband, brooch, or use them for other projects. This is what they look like when you wear them. Now let's have a look of what materials are needed for this crochet project. The main part of the eyeball is white with 2 rounds of different colors as the pupil and the iris. You can also sew little white part on the top as the reflection. In this tutorial, I will be using 2mm hook. If you want, you can make it slightly bigger, like the one on the left, by using a bigger sized crochet hook. The yarn needle to sew the veins in the eyeball. The stitch marker to avoid confusion or avoid making mistakes, the stuffing felt to support the shape of the eyeball, the scissors, and a selection of yarn of your choice. I'm using 4 and 5 ply cotton yarn in this video. Because the eyeballs are very small, you can use your leftover small balls of yarn for this project. Once everything is ready, we can start crocheting. Start with the black yarn. Wrap the black yarn around the middle finger twice. Make 2 loops. Hold the yarn between the middle and the ring finger. Then insert the hook through both hoops. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over again, pull it through. These 2 stitches help us to lock the 2 circles in place and won't be counted in the stitches we'll be working on. Now start the first round by making 6 singles. Insert into the circle, make a single. And this single just formed the first stitch on the first round. So if you're new to crochet, you can put a marker on the stitch to avoid confusion, as we will be connecting back to this first stitch when we finish this round. Now keep going, make 6 singles in total into the circle. That's the second single. Keep going. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we'll pull tight on the end to bring the stitches into a circle shape. Because we started the magic circle with 2 loops, you can pull 1 loop tight first and then pull on the loose end to bring the stitches together. Now we'll connect to the start. So insert the hook into the first stitch where the marker is, slip stitch, yarn over, pull it all the way through, and this time we'll pull up a big loop to change yarn. In this video, I will be using the purple as the iris of the eyeball. You can also use different color. So we'll wrap the purple yarn onto the left hand, insert into the loop, yarn over the purple, and pull it through. Now pull the black end tight and cut the black yarn off. Keep working on the purple yarn. Chain 1 to lock the yarn in place. Now we'll start on the second round doing 2 singles into every stitch. Insert into the first stitch of the last round where the marker is, make a single. We can move the marker onto the first stitch on the second round, and then we'll keep going, make the second single into the same place. So insert into the same place, make the second single, and then repeat 2 singles into every stitch, into the next stitch, 1 single, and then into the same place, make the second single, and repeat again 2 singles into every stitch until you finish this round. We should have created 12 stitches together on this round by increasing 1 stitch into the 6 stitches from the first round. Then we'll connect to the start, insert into the first stitch where the marker is, making a slip stitch. Yarn over, pull it through, and this time we'll pull up a big loop to change yarn. So take the white yarn, wrap it on the left hand, insert into the loop, yarn over the white and pull it through. And then chain 1 to lock the yarn in place. Now we can cut the purple yarn off and keep working on the white. Now we'll start on the third round doing one single, increasing one single combination. So insert into the first stitch of the last round where the marker is, make a single. We can move the marker on the first stitch on the third round, and then keep going, moving to the next stitch, make a single, and then increasing one into the same place, make the second single. That's one combo. Repeat this combo into the next stitch, make a single, and then two singles into the next stitch. You can hide the yarn as you go, so into the next stitch, one, and then into the same place, two. That's two combo, and we'll repeat this combo until you finish this round. On the third round, we should have created 18 stitches together by increasing 6 stitches together. Then connect to the start, insert into the first stitch where the marker is, slip stitch, pull it over, and then chain 1. Now we can start on the fourth round doing 18 singles, one single into every stitch. Insert into the first stitch where the marker is, make a single, and then we can move the marker onto the first stitch on the fourth round. And then keep going into the next stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then connect to the start, insert into the first stitch where the marker is, slip stitch, and then chain 1. Now start on the fifth round, same thing, doing 18 singles, one single into every stitch, one single. We can move the marker onto the first stitch of the fifth round, and then keep going into the next stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Then connect to the start, insert into the first stitch where the marker is, slip stitch, and then chain 1. And from here, we'll be decreasing the stitches to bring the circle back together and close off as a bow. So for the sixth round, we'll be doing one single, one decreasing single combination, working on the front loop only, the loop that's closer to you. So insert into the front loop of the first stitch where the marker is, into the loop that's closer to you, make a single, and showing you one more time, insert into the loop that's closer to you, make a single, and we can move the marker onto the first stitch on this sixth round, and then decreasing one single, so insert into the first loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then insert into the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. This time yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So we will join 2 stitches from the last round and made them into 1 stitch. And then keep going, repeat this pattern, insert into the front loop of the next stitch, make a single, and then decreasing a single into the front loop of the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then into the front loop of the next stitch, pull up a loop, making 3 loops on the hook, yarn over again, pull through all 3 loops. Repeat this pattern until you finish this round. So on this round we decrease 6 stitches. We should now have 12 stitches together. After you finish this round, we'll connect to the start, insert into the first stitch where the marker is, making a slip stitch, and then chain 1. Working on the 7th round now, we'll be doing decreasing singles 6 times, working on the front loop only. So insert into the front loop of the first stitch where the marker is, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then insert into the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull through all 3 loops. That's 1 combo, decreasing the single. In here, we can put the leftover yarn in the ball and put the stuffing in to support the shape of the ball. And after you put enough stuffing in, we will tuck it in with the finger and keep working on the last round, repeating the decreasing single combination. So insert into the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert into the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, and this time we got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over again, pull through all 3 loops. That's the second decreasing single, and we'll repeat this until we are back to the start. So now we decrease 6 stitches, should now have 6 stitches left. And connect to the start, insert into the first stitch again where the marker is, slip stitch, and now this is finished. We can cut the yarn off and pull it all the way through. We can see there's still a small gap in the last 6 stitches, so we're gonna thread the end into the yarn needle. And then insert into the front loop of the last stitch where the marker is, from the outside to the inside. And then moving on, insert into the front loop of the next stitch from the outside to the inside, and then keep going, insert through the back loop of the last stitch from the outside to the inside. And now we'll pull tight on the yarn to close the last 6 stitches together. Now the eyeball is finished. If you want, you can add the reflection on the pupil and the iris. So insert the yarn through the center to the back, to the black part of the pupil. And then going across the purple part, and that's the reflection on the eye. If you have extra yarn, you can go through the black and the purple part again, which is what I did here. And then finish off by pull the yarn through the bowl and cut the excess off. This is what it looks like now. We're finished by sewing the red veins on the white part of the eyeball. So we need about 70 centimeters red yarn. And because the vein is very thin, we can separate one plier out from the yarn we're using, so it doesn't end up being too thick on the eyeball. And then we'll thread this one ply yarn into the needle, insert the needle into the first row on the white part, pull it through, leaving about 5 centimeters and out, and then keep going, thread it up and down, making the Y shape or making the branch shape. And just going back and forth around the eyeball until you're satisfied with the result. The veins doesn't need to be the same for every eyeball as long as you're happy with the result. And then we can thread the needle out from the place we entered, where the other end is. Now we'll pull it all the way through and tie both ends a few times to secure the yarn in place. And after you finish that, we'll cut the excess off and push the yarn ends inside of the bowl to hide it. And there you go. This is what it looks like now. You can make them in different colors or in different sizes according to your preference. And they have many uses for the Halloween. You can make them into earrings, hairbands, necklace, brooch to add on to your clothes or your bag. Or you can use them for other projects. And if you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials. And thanks for watching. This is Coco Crochet. I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye!